I love to pray with you. So please send your prayer request to our website, and that's marilynsarah.org. Did you hear it? Yeah, we like to pray over your miracles because we believe God has miracles with your name on them. So today I want to minister to you about, if you can imagine, a prescription for an excellent attitude. You know, sometimes you're just tired of people. You want to tell them off. Enough is enough. But I want to tell you about a man in the Bible who had an excellent attitude, and that was Daniel. And his circumstances were not so good. So I'm reading from Daniel 5:12. For as much as an excellent spirit and knowledge and understanding, interpreting of dreams and showing of hard sentences, and dissolving of doubts were found in the same Daniel when the king named him Belteshazzar. Now let Daniel be called, and he will show the interpretation. You know, Daniel, what I want to say, had favor with his enemies. And I think sometimes, folks, we just look at enemies, and they can be in different circumstances. But I like that fact that Daniel kept an excellent attitude with enemies. And then I look at Daniel 5:14. I've heard of you that the Spirit of God is in you, and you have light and understanding, and excellent wisdom is found in thee. Now this is your enemy talking about you. I wonder if people who don't like me could say those nice things about me, because they say, oh, well, even though I don't like her, she always has a good attitude. And sometimes we just want to have a bad attitude, right? I get up and I think, no, I just want to tell them off. But that is not a good thing. And then I found out that Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes because an excellent spirit was in him. And the king thought to set him over the whole nation. Goodness sake, that's awesome. So attitude begins with a decision, and then affects emotion. And position is 10% of life. Oh, this is awful, but disposition is 90%. So I think, watch your disposition. And Daniel purposed in his heart. So he purposed to have a good attitude, even though he was in a bad place. Can you have a good attitude in a bad place? So Daniel didn't compromise. And sometimes, you know, we have relatives, we have friends, we have people we work with. They want you to compromise, but he didn't compromise. And so what happens? Oh, you will love this. A right attitude gives favor. Wow. Do you want favor? I claim that. You know, 5:12. Psalms 5:12. He surrounds the righteous with favor like a shield. So God gave Daniel favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs. So the man who was the head over him, he had favor with. I think that is amazing. And they loved him. So let me tell you, your attitude either attracts or repels. So make up your mind before you get out of bed. I'm going to have a right attitude. But it not only does things with people. Oh, I love this. It does things with God. And Daniel 1:17, as for these 4 children, 4 of them, God gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom, and Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. Isn't this something? Do you mind if I just take a little drink of coffee? It just tastes so good in the morning. You know, I don't drink coffee all day, but morning is just awesome. So Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian. 2 different kings. two different kingdoms, and he prospered in both of them. Can you prosper wherever you are? People aren't Christians, they aren't this, they aren't that. People talk against you. And I think adversity can show you when you need to change your attitude. So if I get up in the morning, you know, my life hasn't changed, but my attitude can change my life. And it can change circumstances around me. Now, I used to say, attitude is everything. Attitude brings altitude. And I really know that is true, because I've gotten into nations that do not believe in Christians. Let me come in and have healing meetings and don't kill me. I'm amazed at the doors God has opened for me. But sometimes I wanted to be ugly and really tell them off. And I had to stop myself and say, do you want to prosper? Do you want to prosper, Marilyn? Then you're going to have an attitude that brings prosperity. Put your hand on your heart. Say, I won't forget. My attitude can bring my prosperity. And folks, I'm very old, and I know this works. So I'm probably older than you are. But I've seen it work in all kinds of countries. Muslim countries, countries that hated us. And I think adversity, when you're in a crisis, you say, well, when do I need to have a good attitude? When you're in adversity. Because usually you don't need it otherwise. Oh, if everything's going well, oh, you're just slap happy. Everything is cool, wonderful. But what about when everything is going bad? And what about if you have neighbors who say ugly things against you and you haven't done anything wrong to them? What about family and relatives when they want to be ugly against you? Can you have a right attitude? You can't change your life, but you can change your attitude. And somehow your life changes. So there are things that I thought, oh, I'll never get into that country. They hate women, and especially Christian women, and now old women. But now I'm finding out some countries, Muslim countries, love old women. So, you know, you just keep an attitude. I'm going to get into a winning situation, and I'm going to be the winner. So I'm not going to look at my age. I'm not going to look at my wrinkles. I'm not going to look at what I don't have, but I'm going to look at what I do have in God. How's your attitude, honey? Are you keeping a good attitude? Did you get up and want to hit the wall and say ugly things, but you didn't do it? And you got into the Bible. I get into the Bible and I speak promises for the day. And the Bible says we're to speak to our mountains. If we're going to get what's on the other side, we're going to have to speak faith to it. So faith has to do with attitude. And the word is so wonderful. So if you tell me, oh, Marilyn, I don't think that works. I'm older than you. Yeah. You know, I'm over 90. And I'm still speaking and I'm still doing. In fact, I'm in my office right now as I'm talking to you. Well, you say you're too old. Well, I didn't know that. I thought I was just right. So don't look at the mirror and count your wrinkles. Look at the Bible and count your promises. And know that your attitude this day and every day can bring the miraculous in your life. So remember to send your prayer requests to our website, marilynsarah.org. And you say, well, I have so many problems with children. Believe me, I've been there and done that. And keeping an attitude of faith is key. So we always have opportunity for miracles. We just need to take it.